Good afternoon, grade sixes. Welcome to our lesson for today. Today we are going to have a lesson on heritage social studies. We want to look at wealth and money. Wealth and money. Want to look at wealth and money. This is what we are going to look at today. Wealth and money. We want to define wealth. Let us define wealth. Wealth refers to how much money or property one owns. That is wealth. Wealth refers to, it is how much money or property one owns. That is wealth. Okay? Wealth is how much money or property one owns. So the property that you have is what you call wealth or money, okay? If you are worth, I know you know people who are wealthy in the world. There is Bill Gates, he's maybe billions, he's worth billions. So that is his wealth, okay? And also we have property. In Africa, you might not have money, but you can have thousands of cows and goats and sheep. That is wealth as well, because it is your property. Okay, even your parents, you can have a house. Okay, you can have a car with your I know as moms, as we have our kitchen units, our kitchen sets. That is your wealth. But wealth refers to something that you own. So Shadrach, don't go around telling us that you are wealthy because your father is a BMW. That is not yours. That is your father's wealth. You must accumulate your own wealth, okay? It's your property. Whatever you have, that is your wealth. For the money, in form of money, what is money? Money is a medium of exchange. That means you give money and you get goods or service in return. So what we call money is something that we use to exchange something. For example, if I want an earring from Samantha, I'll say, okay, Samantha, I'll give you $2, right? And then Samantha is going to give me an earring, okay? That is what we call money, okay? Next, we want to look at forms of wealth. That is our next topic. Tyrone, can you hear me? Tyrone, are you able to hear me? You want to look at forms of wealth. We have many different forms of wealth. Say that being wealthy refers to the amount of money you have or the property you own. So I want to look at the forms of wealth. You can be asked to name forms of wealth. Okay, the first form of wealth that we have is money. Money is the first form of wealth. People can be wealthy in terms of money. That's why I wanted us to look at these celebrities that we have. We know Oprah Winfrey. She's named to be one of the top 5 richest women in the world. We have the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of England. She's the richest woman in the world. So she is rich in terms of money. She is rich in terms of property, okay? Oprah Winfrey is rich in terms of money and property. She owns schools, she owns organizations, she has broadcasting organizations, she's got her own Oprah Winfrey show, she's got a lot of things, she has charities, a lot of things. So that is a form of wealth. So money, these are coins and notes that we use to buy goods and pay for services. Money is in the form of notes and coins. In Zimbabwe, we use our bond note, we use the RTGS, that is our money. We have some coins. In South Africa, there is the rand that they use, the rand and cents. In Botswana, they have the pulas, the tebes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me, Shadrach?
Yes.
Okay, what happened to the video? It's now off again.
Yes.
It's okay, but you can hear me. Tyrone, can you hear me?
Yes.
That's okay. I said we are now looking at forms of wealth. The first form of wealth, you can be asked to name 3 forms of wealth or 4 forms of wealth. The first form of wealth is money. Most of people who are saying wealthy in the world, they have a lot of money. Okay, I gave you an example of Queen Elizabeth. Even Bill Gates, he owns Microsoft. Nowadays, we are looking at technology. He's the guru of technology. He is said to be wealthy. He's the richest man in the world. We have Mark Zuckerberg. He's also one of the richest young men. He's the founder of Facebook. So we have so many people who are wealthy in the world. I know, Tyrone, you know Jay-Z.
Yes.
You know Jay-Z, yes. Jay-Z is said to be one of the richest musicians ever. They are rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they are said to be one of the richest couples, celebrities, because they have a lot of money. That is their wealth. Okay, another form of wealth is property. The first one is money. The second form of wealth is property. So a person can be said to be wealthy if they have a lot of property. What are we talking about when we're saying property? Property, we are talking about cars. Cars. A person can have cars, a lot of cars. A person can have homes. We're talking about houses, okay? Where you have a person having houses all over the world. We know these celebrities, they own houses in Africa, they own houses in Malaysia, they own houses in UK, wherever there are holiday resorts, they own houses there. These people are said to be wealthy because of the property that they have. When we talk about property in Africa, we also talk about cattle. Cattle is a form of wealth. In the Ndebele culture, a man is said to be wealthy if he has a lot of cattle. A man is said to be wealthy if he has a lot of cattle. There's a Ndebele saying, they say, Indo. Okay, so if you are a man, if you have a lot of cattle, you are said to be very wealthy because a beast, how much is a beast nowadays, Tyrone or Shadrach? How much are they selling a cow? If you know, how much are they selling a cow nowadays?
A cow?
A cow, yes, like a cow. If you want to buy a cow, how much is it nowadays? I know they use US dollars nowadays to sell it, to buy a
300.
cow. Sorry?
300 to 400.
300, 400, 500, depending on the size of the cow. So if you have about 100 cows, so which means is 400 US dollars, multiplied by 100, that means that person is 40,000 US dollars. That is a lot of money as well. Okay, that is wealth. And remember, it's not only cows, even goats, even chickens, they make wealth. Another, the third form of wealth is natural resources. Natural resources. Anyone who can tell me what is a natural resource? Anyone who knows? Yes, Tyrone?
Natural resource?
Yes.
Mm,
Even an example of a natural resource.
They say your family has money, then you don't have
Sorry?
to work for the money. It's
Can you
just
repeat yourself, Tyrone? I cannot hear.
I think they say your family has money, but and then the business is in the family, then you just get the money from nowhere.
Okay. Natural resources somewhere there, yes, Tyrone. When you talk about natural resources, we are talking about the wealth that comes from nature, things that were made by God, okay? When we talk about natural resources, we say that wealth can be measured in terms of that a nation has, okay? Let's look at a country, okay? You can have a country, for example, in Zimbabwe, we might not have Beyonce, we might not have Jay-Z, but we can have minerals, right? Zimbabwe is a country that has diamonds. We can have gold, we have minerals. We have other countries that have oil. So these are natural resources like the gold, the diamonds, the oil. These are natural resources. So these natural resources can make a nation to be wealthy. Okay. Like for example, in Zimbabwe, we have soil land. If you just have land, fertile land, we have places like Mazoe, places like Chimanimani. These are always green, and whatever that is planted there, it always comes up. And you notice that in Zimbabwe, we grow a lot of maize and we sell it to other countries, and it brings us foreign currency. So natural resources can be a form of wealth as well. So because these can be used for agriculture. So these natural resources involve We have water in rivers and dams. Water is necessary for domestic use, industrial use, as well as for irrigation. If we have a lot of water, you can do irrigation, you can use it for domestic use, for industrial use. We also have another form of natural resource is forests. We have forests. Forests provide timber, which can be used for making furniture. Forests provide timber, which can be used for making furniture. So if a country has a lot of trees, these trees can make up forests. And with each forest, you can cut down these trees and produce timber. With timber, you can make a lot of furniture. Furniture making, they also provide leaves and roots that can be used for medicines. We know about the eucalyptus tree, the gum tree, it is used in making medicines. So there are some countries, like Nigeria, for example, it's a country that has a lot of, under the rainforest, they have a lot of trees there. And from there, those trees, they can extract a lot of material that they can use to make medicine. Okay. So we also have another natural resource that we have, minerals. Minerals are necessary as they can be exported and they bring in foreign currency. Welcome, Shadrach. You can hear me?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, I can.
That's good. Thank you, Shadrach. Minerals are necessary as they can be exported and they bring in foreign currency. In Zimbabwe, we have diamonds. Have you ever heard about these diamonds that are in Zimbabwe? They are diamonds, and these diamonds they are used to make jewelry sold to other places. Yes, diamonds are there. They used to be there in Mutare there. There are diamonds there, and they can be exported and bring in foreign currency. We have coal in Zimbabwe, and this coal is used for thermal energy. Okay, thermal energy help us with electrical power as well. These are natural resources. They make our country to be wealthy. We also have wild animals and wild animals. Wild animals are natural resources. Shadrach, why do you think wild animals can make a country wealthy? How do they make us wealthy, the wild animals?
Because foreign people come and see the animals.
Yes, we have tourists. Okay, animals make tourism. Tourism is one of the things that makes Zimbabwe to fly high in the maps. People know us because of our Wangi National Park. We have our big five there. We also have the Victoria Falls there. So wild animals, we also have the beauty of the nation. When we talk about the beauty of the nation, we're talking about places like Chinoi Caves, okay? Chinoi Caves, where people just come from all over to magnify the wonders of Zimbabwe, where you have water that sparkles deep underground, kilometers of meters deep underground, it sparkles, and there is no sky above. So people just come to see these wonderful things. We have the Victoria Falls, which is known worldwide, a gorge where there is water that flows. The thunder there, you see it is nice, people come from all over the world to view it. And when people come from UK, from Germany, from wherever, they use their money and they spend it on us, which helps us to have foreign currency. We also have education, technology, and capital. New technology such as computers and machinery needs educated and skilled people to operate them, to produce goods and provide services. A country can be said to be wealthy if it has education. For example, Zimbabwe was once well known up to now for our education system. Everyone in Zimbabwe is literate in English. Okay, you can find you in Zimbabwe. You find that almost 80% of Zimbabweans are able to speak in English, and they are able to speak in English, to relate in English. Everyone is literate enough. Even if you find the elderly, they know how to speak in English, they can understand it as well. That shows a wealth of a country. We also look at technology. We look at countries like China. China is known for its technology. It makes it to be wealthy. Yes, technology and capital as well. Okay, all right. Now let's look at some forms of money. Forms of money. We're going to look at it before we end our lesson for today. Forms of money. You can use any of the following forms of money to buy goods from supermarkets. The first form of money we have are coins and notes. We have coins and notes. In Zimbabwe, we have the RTGS now. The RTGS, we have the $2, we have the $5, $10. Now our highest note is the $20. That's the one that we have. And our coins, we have the dollar coin, right? Which other coin do we have? We have the dollar coin, we have the $2 coin, we
50
have
cents.
the 25-cent, 50-cent coin. Yes.
10 cents.
Yes, we have those coins. So forms of
10
money,
cents and 5
coins
cents.
and notes. We call this cash. It is called cash, right? When people say, I want to buy in cash, yes, we call this cash. Can you tell me another form of money that we use nowadays, Shadrach or Tyrone? Any other form of money? I've told you about cash. Which other one do we use nowadays if you want to buy your groceries? Yes, Shadrach?
Eco cash.
Oh, yes, Tyrone is saying eco cash. Eco cash is when you are using your phone, right? The money is in your phone. You can transfer it, to someone else. You use your own password and you use a phone number. So eco cash uses someone's phone number. Yes, another one, Shadrach, eco cash. Which other one do we use, Shadrach?
Swipe.
Sorry?
Swipe.
Swipe. Yes,
Swipe.
we use swipe.
Swipe.
Yes, we use swipe where you use a card. Yes, you have a bank card that is in your name, that has your own password, and you use a swiping machine when you are buying your goods. We also have something called checks. Checks used to be there way back. They are called checks. Used to be there way back. A check is a note or a paper that orders the bank to pay cash to the person stated on it. A cash was, let's say, you see now we have the swipe, right? And eco cash. Way back there was a book, right? You have money, and let's say maybe I have $1 million, right? And I have a book, okay? This book is worth 1 million. So if I want to give Shadrach money, I write money for Shadrach. I'm sure you've seen it in movies, Shadrach, where someone will write, maybe they'll write 10,000, then they tear it and give you. Then you go to the bank and you're given money. Have you ever seen it in movies? I know it still happens in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
No longer. Have you ever seen it? They write
Yes.
someone will write 1 billion, then instead of carrying that 1 billion, they give you the paper, you go to the bank, you get your money. That is a check. So everyone would carry a checkbook with them. If you have money, of course, you have a checkbook where you can write a stipulated amount of money, you give it to someone, then they go and cash it out somewhere. But now the checkbooks have been eaten up by these swipe cards and this eco cash that we have. So parents with current accounts at their banks can pay. They used to pay children's fees using checks. Okay, so they fill in the check and then they sign it before giving it to the school. So that check had a signature. You have to put your signature there to show that you have acknowledged. So the problem with the checks was that Shadrach knows my signature. Shadrach would get my checkbook, write the amount of money, sign and make my signature, go to the bank and withdraw all my money. You see, that was the problem with the checkbook. People were now forging other people's signatures, okay? If Shadrach, you are able to forge my signature, you can just write yourself a check. Those naughty children with their parents' checkbooks go and write, maybe they write $2,000. Then they sign there. Because what the bank wanted was the signature. If they saw that the signature is your father's signature, they just give it money. But that was the disadvantage there. So these checks, they were open checks, bearer's check, cross checks, bank certified check, and traveler's check. Way back, we used to have a bearer's check, but it was in the form of the paper. It was like the money itself. It was the bearer's check. Have you ever heard about the bearer's checks? We used to have they called bearer's checks. We used to have them. Another form of money, we have bank drafts, called bank drafts. A bank draft, like parents without current accounts, they may go to the bank and pay money in exchange for a bank draft, which can be given to the school. So what would happen was, you ever seen what parents do nowadays? They go to pay at the bank, right? They swipe at the bank, and then they carry the receipt that they've paid, and then they bring it to the school. Way back they used to do that, but nowadays because of the swipe, it has eaten some of these forms of money that we used to have. So they would pay at the bank, they would give you a bank slip, and then you would bring it to the school. Then the school later on, they would go and get their money from the bank. But nowadays, schools now have swipe machines. You don't have to go and pay at the bank. You can just pay directly to the school. Okay, but other people are still paying at the bank. So if you pay at the bank, it can come and reflect at the school. All right, so these are the forms of money. Okay, so before we end our lesson for today, please can you all tell me, what did you manage to learn about today? What did you learn about today? What can you still remember that we learned about today? Yes, Shadrach, I'm going to start with you. Yes, Shadrach.
I learned about that long time ago. There were kinds
Sorry?
of money that we. I learned that long time ago. The different kinds of money used to buy things.
Yes, yes. Long ago, we used to have these checkbooks that we no longer have now. Yes. And also, if you look at the forms of money, we have these, the forms of wealth. We have money, property, natural resources, forests, minerals, wild animals, and the beauty of the country. Tyrone, what did you manage to learn about today before we end our lesson?
I learned that what do you call this? Wealth comes in different stages. You can be rich through money, rich through property, and rich through furniture. No?
Thank you, Tyrone. Tyrone is talking about how one can be wealthy. We say that when we talk about wealth, wealth refers to how much money or property you have. You might not have billions of dollars, but you can have cattle, sheep, and goats. That is a form of wealth. If you have your house, that is your wealth. If you have your cars, that is your wealth. Just what you own is what we call wealth. Okay, so remember, today we talked about wealth and money. We said wealth refers to how much money or property you own. Money is a medium of exchange. We use it to exchange goods and goods. If I need a biscuit, I give you $2, you give me the biscuit. This is what money is. It's a medium of exchange. And the forms of wealth include money, property, natural resources, the form of minerals, wild animals, the beauty of the country, education, technology, and capital. And forms of money that we have coins and notes, we have checks, we have checks, now we have swipe, we have eco cash. These are the forms of money that we nowadays use. They are used to exchange, for us to get things, to buy different goods and services that we want. Thank you, Shadrach, Mutoguzo, and Tyrone Spenton for joining me in today's lesson. I'm going to send my work for you here on Google Classroom. Please have a nice day. Let me give you a chance to say goodbye before we end our lesson for today. So, bye, Shadrach, and bye, Tyrone. See you again.
Bye.
So, bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.